What's in here?
It's 8 concrete audio C3 15s, but I had to give my buddy one of them, so I had to put this shit in here for now.
Temporary.
Yeah, because I ain't go back to where.
You said they're what type?
Concrete audio.
Concrete audio, okay. In the 4th order?
Yep.
What's the rear, the sealed section tuned to?
Sealed?
Well, just the porter box. What's it tuned to?
I don't know, because we've been changing it, so I need to shrink it down some more.
Okay.
So,
what does it do on the meter, do you know?
we haven't put it, because I took my dual off on it, and right now I'm not.
How much power?
20K.
What amps?
Taramps. I gotta take that junk from out of here.
Can I see the amps?
Yeah, pull that side.
That thing's hot. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Nice to meet you. What was your name again?
Roger.
Raji? Thanks for the demo. I'll put it on YouTube eventually.
Summer I'm feeling daily, I'm just thinking about my baby. I just can't wait to get out.
What's up, guys? JacobViral today. Another video for you guys. I appreciate y'all always watching. Always like to start off with thanking y'all always. I really appreciate it. So today's setup was a lot of cone area in this guy's setup from Slamfest 2018. He had 8 15s with one of the subwoofers were a little bit messed up, as in like it wasn't the same brand, and his friend borrowed it. If you watched the whole video, you noticed his friend was borrowing one of the subs, so he took it. And I wanted to make a topic on this saying, well, is it okay to run 2 subwoofers in the same enclosure? Bottom line, 100% would say no, it's not recommended, but it's better for you to have a subwoofer in that location than for it to be blank. So let's say you have 2 12s, one of your 12s below. You don't want to have one 12 and you fill the other spot with just a flat piece of wood and then you screw over it to cap it off in a ported enclosure or a 6th order enclosure. The reason for it leads to your enclosure being too large for the enclosure subwoofer specifications of your subwoofer. So you're not going to want to have a 5 to 6 cube box for 2 15s and then you go to 1 and you have the same size enclosure. That's going to cause your subwoofer to bottom out. It's going to cause it to basically end up blowing. It could unwind your coil and it could lead to fire hazard and smoking hazard. Another thing I would like to say with that is your impedance is going to change depending on if that changes as well. But in this guy's case scenario, in this video, he actually has a lot of cone area already. So it's okay for him to put that in place there. He could have put a slab of wood on top of that location, but it wouldn't have looking as good. Probably it wouldn't have been as loud. But in general, it's okay if you're running in a 4th order enclosure because the cone area is just going to be a little bit less with that much cone control when it comes to the type of subwoofers that he's running. So he already had 7 subs that were already there. So he put that one in there just for a little bit more motor force in place. Plus he had to make it work. So at the end of the day, it's not recommended, but that's what the guy did. So if you have any questions or comments on that, be sure to comment and ask. I really wouldn't recommend running 2 subwoofers in the same enclosure, but you can make it work. I've seen it all the time. Budget guys in the trunk. He has 2 12s, one Pioneer, and one like a Hyphonics Brutus or a Scar or Sundown or Orion or all the different brands out there. The budget Walmart one that they call, I forgot what the name of it is. A dual 12. Those are really cheap. Check it out on YouTube. There's some videos on it if y'all haven't seen that. So the daily shout out for today goes to Gian Stevens. I'll put it up here. Gian Stevens. He always comments a lot. He's been following me since I was under 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you always watching. Not just him, all you guys, but today's shout out goes to Gian Stevens. Really appreciate all the comments you give. Great feedback. Always giving good positive feedback and constructive criticism always when it comes to my own setup as well as other setups I post and video constructive criticism. And that goes for all of you guys that watch. Any constructive criticism that you guys would like to say, hey, Jacob, can you do this better? Can you change this? Anything for ideas. Maybe I can use it, maybe I can't. It's really up to me because I'm the one that does the video. But the suggestions are really appreciative. So feel free to do that. And he's also part of the notification group. The reason I know that is within an hour, sometimes he comments. So if you're not a part of the notification group, go ahead and do that. You might not get to your phone or your computer immediately for the video, but hey, you're getting notified. So make sure you got that bell on so you know you're notified when a video is posted. Since I post every day, you really don't need it, but it's nice to have so you get to see it firsthand. If you're already going to my channel, then you don't need it. But it's nice to have either way. Next topic. Cone area cheap versus motor force strong. What I mean by that is it better to have a subwoofer, multiple subwoofers that are cheap, low level budget, like 2.5-inch voice coil subwoofers versus motor force, like less subwoofer cone area, but more motor force. So more motors versus not enough motors. So like 8 15s, but they're $120 a piece, or 4 15s at $500 to $600 a piece. So if your budget was $1,200, but you got 8 subs instead of 4 for that same price range. So at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to 2 things. One, what type of enclosure you're doing, what kind of vehicle, how much space you have. So you could have a space limitation, so the motor force is going to win. Or cone area is normally going to win over both worlds if the power is the same. You're not going to want to throw 1,000 watts to a 3,000 watt rated sub. So you don't want to go for a huge motor force sub if you're only going to give it a quarter or a third of whatever the power rating is. So you can go and put 1,000 watts to 2 500 watt subs, and you're giving them about 300 to 400 watts per sub. So you're actually going to get the potential out of that subwoofer enclosure with those subs that you're putting out of the 8. That's just an example. Or if you want to do 410s versus 212s. 212s versus 410s. The 410s will probably win just because you have more cone area. Even the motor force might be slightly less, but there's enough cone control and more motor force in there with the cones in order for you to allow more pressure within the cabin. And it really depends on what you're wiring it down to and the power and all that too. It's so many complicated topics I could talk about with this guy. So, man, I could sit on this phone and talk for an hour with you guys, but I got to cut it off. Just some quick commentary, feedback. I'm going to be doing every day videos like this. So if y'all want to have the daily shout out, G and Stevens today, appreciate it. You're watching, man. Thank you. Every day I'll do a shout out. So be sure to comment and like, subscribe if you haven't. All you guys are subscribers. I already know you're watching. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next video. And the reason I'm doing the tape back here is because it's just an area, this is my own build. So I figured, why not? Let's do this until I'm at my dorm or in my room. Sometimes I'll do that too for fun. All right, this is JacobViral out. Until next time, video tomorrow. Stay tuned.